My name is Mai. I came from Houston, Texas. By profession, I'm a CPA. I'm a supporter of Sarah Palin, Governor Palin, since 2008, from the time I knew her on the political scene. I became an ardent supporter of her after July 09. I tried to find out why she had to resign from her governorship, and I found a Conservative for Palin website, and I have been reading about her every day since then, sometimes twice a day. I have never been active politically in my life. I came from Vietnam, and I escaped communism, the repressive government regime there, to come to America. And I thought in America everything is okay, because this is America. I would not care less if it's a Democrat or a Republican in the White House, because I think this is a country where we have democracy and we have an elected president every 4 years. I have no concern. I've never listened to Rush Limbaugh. I don't know who Bill O'Reilly is. I don't know who Glenn Beck is. And everything changed on 2008. And the reason I get involved, because I was kind of angry because of the way Palin was treated. I was thinking, there is no way a current governor of a state would be labeled with the terms and the adjectives that she was labeled during that period. I was surprised at how ineffective and downright dysfunctional McCain campaign was, how she was badly handled, and how the press was totally one-sided with her. I actually observed the way Charlie Gibson interviewed her, and I can see right away the difference between how he interviewed Palin and how he interviewed Barack Obama. I say, this is not fair press. This is not freedom of press. And I think back about my native country, when people are not allowed to say what they can say. The journalists have no freedom to write what they want to write, and they have to write for the government. And I call that propaganda. I didn't realize that in the United States in 2008, I saw a type of propaganda following an agenda from the left. And that's where I became active.
I have one question. You said you followed Sarah from the time in 2008. Now, there is a word going around saying that she is a quitter because she resigned from the governor. And you've studied that, you looked into that. Could you explain in your CPA ability as a financial expert why she did that and how she isn't a quitter, in your words?
Okay, that's a very good question. First of all, she's not a quitter. She resigned from governorship, and that's a strategic move that she made to free herself from the shackle that the liberal imposed on her. My understanding is that immediately after she came back from Alaska after the election, the DNC was sending approximately 30 lawyers there to try to find dirt. And the legislator in Alaska, the Democratic legislator in Alaska, with subtle or not so subtle order from Washington, D.C., outwardly refused to cooperate with her. So she can no longer effectively govern. She cannot pass anything. They no longer cooperate. On top of that, her staff and herself was constantly harassed by frivolous lawsuits, such as frivolous as holding a fish, or as frivolous as wearing a jacket with a logo of a company. The thing is, in Alaska, there's a loophole in the law that say that if you are a governor, you're the chief executive of the state, if someone file a lawsuit against you, you have to use your own money and your personal resource to fight against it. And so in order to fight for her good name, she had to use personal resources. And by the end of that less than 1 year period, she has amassed a bill of $500,000 of legal fees. And I know that the governor of Alaska doesn't even make more money than my current job. And so I think if you are truly a good public servant and you don't have any other resource outside of your salary, you cannot sustain yourself in that position. And I do not believe any politician or a public servant should go into the public service and be bankrupt. So the left tried to bankrupt her personally, tried to destroy her good name, because I think another purpose of the left doing that is that they will throw debt, they will plant the seed of doubt to the people of the United States, so that they will think Sarah Palin must have done something to have all of those 20, 30, 40 ethics violation charge. And so I think by resigning from the governorship and hand the control to the lieutenant, she has nullified the strategy from the left. And also she has freed herself from the not from the responsibility, but from the restraint, the constraint of the governorship, so that she now is a free, a private citizen. She can go and support the conservative to bring around the new legislator and conservative into the Congress and the Senate, so that in the future she can govern with people with conservative views. So I think that was a very strategic move, and she described that to the press one day after her resignation, and she has done exactly that for the last 2 years. And so, of course, she's not quitting. She's not quit. And again, for those people who say she quit for money, that's wrong, because she got the contract to write the book. Regardless of what she's doing, she can actually sit in her governor mansion and write the book. And that's what Scott Brown did when he became the senator. That's what Obama did when he wrote the 2 memoirs. If he wrote it when he was the state senate. So I think all of those attacks have no solid ground. It's just attacks words. So for me as a supporter, when I first heard that she resigned, I was disoriented. I went into the website to read. So any citizen who spend enough time to study her record and look at what she does will understand. The travesty of the press in the United States is that they didn't show that to the people. So the people will not know why she resigned. The press report half-truth. The press distort the truth. And so people did not understand that, and people will say she quit. So I think if Sarah Palin got a negative image, it's because of the negative press in the United States. And because of that, I feel more motivated to tell the truth. Because I do believe the truth will set you free. And so far, the last 3 years, I feel very proud to follow her, to support her. I'm not a fan, I'm a supporter. And I do not support her because she's a female, because I do not support Michelle Bachmann. I support her because she has a good, solid conservative record.
Now tell me what Sarah did after she resigned, that makes her such a powerful influence in politics now.
Okay. In my opinion, what Governor Palin did after she resigned was even more impressive than what she'd done in all of the years before, because she was one woman going against the system, going against the administrator, who had used everything to bring her down. And she was not going down. She went back up, and she has done exactly what she told the press, which is going to support the conservative. She will do everything to bring those conservatives to the Senate or the Congress. She raised funds to vet those candidates to make sure that she vet the right she support the right person. She came out to support those individuals before anywhere else, and she actually put on the map certain people that had it not for her, they would never have a chance. Also, I admire her for the work that she has done fighting against Obama. I didn't see any of the GOP candidates coming out and say anything against Obama. And again, I'm not a supporter of Palin without knowing the record of other people. I also read about Michelle Bachmann, I read about Herman Cain, Mitt Romney, Perry, our own governor from Texas. But they do not have the charisma, they do not have the strong conservative background and record, and the tenacity of Sarah Palin. They have never demonstrated that in the last 3 years. And if Sarah Palin decides to run, I will be voting for her.